Nah, I fucks with Pat.
Yeah.
Look at how he talks to these niggas.
Yeah, yo.
Yo, turn that shit up.
Turn that shit the fuck up right now.
Talking that shit. Let's go.
Yo. When you up and you winning, shit is awesome. Never felt real pain till a nigga lost one. If somebody take from you, what it's gonna cost them? Tired of niggas acting like they really put in work. Hear the boss come, be yourself. It'll do you better in the long run than see yourself staring down the barrel of a long gun. Some rappers never had no street cred, so they bought some.
So we met working with Tone. You know, Tone was
Right.
like, "Oh, this is my guy," blah blah blah, and you know,
Tony was Terror Squad.
you know,
I know.
and those were also the you know, the Terror Squad days, the lean back days, and we got to know each other. But then, you know, me and Tone, of course, we went our separate ways, and then I started, you know, doing more stuff on my own with the pretty, you know, doing my own Pretty Loose stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, me and Fat Joe got to meet up again. We got to meet up again. And so what's funny is that I was doing a strip club. I was in a strip club. I'm emceeing the strip club. So for any I don't know, the way I used to MC in the strip club was I used to grab a cordless mic. I used to get on the stage with the girls, and I used to force people to throw money. Like I was disrespectful like that.
Break it down. Break
You
it
know,
down.
Like, bro, like, what are you doing here? Like, are you spending money? If you're not spending money, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you looking at her? Throw her something. Like, I'm not like that no more. Like, I'm super different now. But that's how I was.
Nah, that's how you gotta do that shit though.
Is it Seuss?
Huh? Every strip club. No, but with Joe, we bumped into a strip in Queens. Damn, I forgot the name of it. It was in Maspeth. And he was there and we saw each other. And he was like, "Oh shoot, that's you." You know, and we finally got to see each other. We spoke, we gave each other's numbers and everything. And then our relationship was there again.
Right.
And, you know, still, throughout that time, I was still going through my job and all that. And then I got to meet my two younger kids' mom. So I got to meet her.
Wait.
Lou was a horny nigga on the low. That's a fact.
Well, I mean,
Horny Lou, you should have been horny Lou.
yeah.
Horny Lou.
But then I, you know, hey, I did a lot. I ain't gonna lie, man. I enjoyed my single life from the time I separated from his mother till I met my two youngest moms. You know what I'm saying?
You went from the strip club to, and I met the mother.
Oh yeah, but I didn't meet her there.
Yeah, we gotta clarify.
I didn't meet her there.
That transition was not.
that was a bad transition.
You know, we were doing our thing in the strip club. I was yelling at people to spend money. So I met my kids younger.
Nah, I didn't meet her there.
Right.
But shit. But it was all during that time.
Right.
And you know, I met my youngest moms. We got together, and then, you know, of course, I sidetracked again. I was concentrating on just having my 9 to 5. You know, I had my two youngest and all that. But then towards the end, I started to say, you know what, I got to get back into it again. I want to get back into, you know, the scene, because once again, I started hating my job.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did she understand that? 2 kids in, you talking about hating your job, you want to jump back into this other field?
Right.
That's not too. That's
I'm
not
gonna be
too
honest
solid.
with you, she didn't understand it at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she understands it now because of what came out. Look,
Still together.
Success. No.
I want to rewind a little bit. You said you bumped back into Fat Joe then. What happened?
Well, that time, you know, me and Tone went our separate ways. You know, nothing bad. We went our separate ways. You know, he started doing his own. Then I started doing my own thing, and then, you know, of course, I stopped seeing Joe. We haven't, you know, I wasn't doing nothing with Tone anymore. Remember, Tone was more with Fat Joe. So when we went our separate ways, I wasn't seeing Joe like that anymore. Like, I never got to see Joe again, you know. Right. And then years later, I'm like one of the biggest MCs now, doing this thing in the clubs, and we bumped into each other in the club, you know. And we exchanged numbers. We started talking again, and then that's when All the Way Up came about.
Right.
So, but before I saw Joe and all that, like I said, I was with my kids' moms. Then we separated. I started my own label when I said, let me get back into it. I started my own label called Triple Threat. I had an artist. I was working hard with the artists and everything. And then I got back into the MCing again. Because now I became my artist hype man.
Right.
So I became his hype man and all that. That didn't work well. That ended. But
Who's the artist?
his name was Sense. He's at that time he almost got signed to Def Jam. I almost got him signed to Def Jam, but it didn't happen. And it was a lot of money put in. There was a lot of chiefs in there. Then towards the end, we were just bumping heads, and it just didn't work out.
What was the difficulty in pushing the artist at that time? Because you're talking about the era of, okay, all right, this is past Lean Back.
Right. No, well, it was before. It was
Before Lean Back.
It was before, yeah.
Okay.
It was before.
Around that time, okay, you got Terror Squad doing their thing, you got Dipset doing their thing, The Rock,
D-Block.
D-Block. What was the difficulty in getting the artist signed at that time?
I don't know if the difficult was getting them in front of a label, or just the artist being difficult.
Mac is always going to choose B.
That's what I normally see.
It was very hard to work with an artist. And I finally got to learn after that wasn't my lane either. Because I had to now put myself back from what I try to be to now have somebody else become what I wanted to be. Not as a rapper, So I had to pull back me and do this.
Right.
And it at first it was cool, but then towards the end, it got very difficult. It got to a point that like damn, I was the one who have to call, make sure he's there, do this, do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? Then I had partners, and then when your partners wouldn't doing this, that, money situation. I spend a lot of money.
What's a lot?
I probably I don't know, like not just me,
Right.
we, because it's not just me. I'm not taking, I have partners, shout out to them, man. They're great guys. But all of us, we probably put in like, I don't know how much money we put in. A lot of money. Like we had we wrapped up cars, we wrapped up trucks. You know what I'm saying?
We talking 5 figures, we talking 6.
Nah, more than that. We probably did like over 20, over 20, 30, more, because we did posters. We were our own street team. That we were going out there putting posters on poles. Everything. I was doing the lead work on getting him on TV stuff, doing this. I got him a record with Loon. Remember Loon back in the days?
Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Loon.
Loon.
I got him a record with Loon, and so many things. Like we put our effort into it. But then towards the end, it was just like everybody was just separating, and it just didn't work out. But I'm kind of happy because then now that was like the last straw of like, all right, you know what? Now it's time to work on me.
Right.
Now it's time to get myself back into what I was trying to do radio, trying to do, being the MC, getting back into the clubs again and all that, And, having the Triple Threat label was also a learning experience. And once again, I took that and I learned.
Right.
I got to meet more people.
Right.
I became friends with more. I started becoming friends with people I never thought I would be. Like, I started becoming friends. I remember Sean Peckas was the head in charge of
Shout out
Def
to
Jam.
Peckas.
Right.
That's my brother. Like, shout out to Sean Peckas. Like, I got to be close with him. I got to finally meet Angie Martinez. You know what I'm saying? I finally got to meet, like, so many other label reps. I got to meet one of my partners who I'm going to talk to about later with me for Turntable Show. I got to meet Eric Paula from Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Like all these big guys I started meeting. So I took that advantage as well. So it wasn't a turn down.
A complete loss.
It wasn't a complete loss. No,
Right.
we gained something out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have a tattoo on my arm of Triple Threat. The whole like, oh shoot.
Yeah, watch the mic, right. You need the mic right there.
Where's the mic? Right here, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you can help me. Excuse me, don't worry about it. Like I got it tattooed.
Look, hold the mic to it.
I got it tattooed on my arm. And a lot of people tell me, why you still have it there? I said, because it was a learning experience. It wasn't, something that I don't regret.
Right.
Right.
And I'm keeping it in my arm. You know what I'm saying? So, it was great doing it. Would I do it again? Would I?
A little bit higher. There you go.
Will I do it again?
No?
I wouldn't do it again. So then I started, and then now moving forward, I met Joe, and that's when the Lean Back. Not the Lean Back. I'm sorry, the All the Way Up record. I remember him giving me a call and telling me, "Yo, I need you to come up to the studio. I need you to hear something." And I was like, all right, cool. And got in the car. I took my brother with me, my little brother with me. We went and he played the record, and I was like, holy shit, this shit is crazy. He was like, well, I want you to break it. I was like, how? I'm not really on the radio like that. And that was at, we moved too much because now we haven't even spoke to online radio. But I just finished, I quit doing online radio. And he was like, nah, I want you to break it in the club. So I remember we took All the Way Up, me and my brother Sus One. Shout out to my brother DJ Sus One.
Shout out to Sus One.
So me and Sus One, that's my bro. Like we're like bros.
That's a homie. We gotta get him up here. Right.
And we went to remember that Canal. It was a club in Canal Street. It was called Canal Room. We took it to Canal Room. I was booked there. I said, yo, Joe, if I'm gonna break this record, you need to come. Of course, he came, Remy came, everybody came, the whole TS came. And people was like, oh shit, this guy brought Fat Joe and all that. And that's when I got on the mic, stopped the music, I made it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Fat Joe's new record. It's called All the Way Up, and we played it. And that's how we broke the record. And then ever since then, me and Joe just we became like,
What was the response when the record played in the club? Like,
crazy.
What?
It was crazy. Like, we knew it was a hit. We knew it was a hit. You know what I'm saying? And it was actually an experience that I will never forget because we played the record. Like, I could walk around the streets and say, yo, I broke this record.
Shout out to Infrared.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And, I got, from that record, I got cool with French. Me and French became real brother, became real cool. I ended up becoming his hype man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things came out of that record, And also, it was like the introduction for me face-wise to the world because I was also in the video. And he gave me a nice, beautiful part in the All the Way Up video.
Right.
So, that relationship, man, I think that me and Joe, man, like, I love that man to death. Like, he's done so much for me. From then to even to now. Like, I don't care what people say. Of course he might have his little, his haters out there and all that. No. That man is my heart. That man is my life. And I thank him for everything he's done for me.
Solid.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Fat Joe.
It's all around. Look around you, man. You can find inspiration. You can find discouragement. It all depends on you. Perception is everything. Some people just hear another song. Some people hear the greatest. A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.